Good afternoon. So I saw the TV Glow in theaters a couple days ago. I saw it with a bunch of friends. It was intriguing. I think it's the best term for it. It is established in the 1980s or 1990s. I don't think it really matters actually. Like there's nostalgia to it, based on them watching this TV show and stuff that's kind of going on in the area. But I don't think the nostalgia really matters as much as it claims to be. I had a really interesting time watching this movie, because it's so bloody strange. It is just A24 does it again with making a just trippy, strange catalyst of a movie, um, which is good and bad. There were parts that I thought was very interesting and I liked. There were things that I didn't. I felt that the runtime was a bit too much. As I said, I had gone with a bunch of friends, so we kind of reviewed it after the fact and talked about it, which is cool because it's not very common that you can sit down and have like a full discussion of a movie anymore. We were like, well, we watched that happened. What did you think? It was good. Me too. Or that was crap. Why did you watch that? I didn't like this. I didn't like this. I didn't like this. And then you're just over with it. Where we had like a sit down actual discussion, discussing the plot and interests of it, which mm, to say is a very good thing about a movie. Like if they were able to pull that off and have people, especially nowadays, that get distracted so easily, sit down, have a couple drinks, and discuss a movie, they're doing an okay job. I just saw that IMDb rated it at like a 6.9. We rated it like a 6.5, like me and my friends. Irrelevant. Um, and then it's like an 85 on Metacritic. So it's doing well, but I don't think the 85 is valid. I think the 6.97 area, 7.5 is definitely where this movie belongs. Anyway, I'll get into the nitty gritty of it. If you haven't seen this movie, then I'm gonna give maybe some spoilers, but not really anything that's too off the rails. Um, First thing first, I'm a sucker for like the title being relevant to the actual movie. No, there's never a point where it's like the TV turns on and it just starts glowing. Really kind of wanted that, kind of something I was like, be part of the plot. It wasn't. It's not part of the plot. The actual plot is about two teenagers who meet up that are very different, that don't really fit in, and end up getting a friendship out of watching a somewhat goofy, somewhat funny, but supernatural TV show about two girls that meet at summer camp and then have to fight bad guys in different like bad monsters in different states, and then they channel like a communication through a tattoo that they have. It doesn't sound important, becomes very important. It's it's a very silly and strange movie, and I wouldn't call it a horror. That's the one thing, because I definitely thought I was going into a horror movie. I wouldn't call this a horror movie. If you go into Google, it'll show you a picture of a monster. That monster's in that movie for maybe 3 seconds of a clip. This is not a horror movie. This is a psychological thriller mixed with a mystery. That's what this whole thing is. Were there like parts that was disturbing? Yeah, but I still wouldn't give it horror category, and I feel like anyone who does watch it will agree with me. The movie nostalgia color, it's a very pretty movie. Like all the shots are gorgeous. I loved all the shots, the actors as well, fantastic. Not huge on the characters they actually portray because they are supposed to be these awkward, disconnected, strange, which makes it a bit harder for the average audience to fully connect. But then you can also connect in that like being part, like not part of society and not feeling like you fit in, or those kind of scenarios. You can definitely connect with that. Um, I didn't like the ending. I'm not going to ruin and say what the ending is. If you've seen the movie, you'll understand. I don't like the ending, and I think that they could have given more. I would have liked to see more. I would have liked to see more of that, like of the ending, kind of explaining more. And I would have actually liked to see the show that they do inside the movie. I'd like to see more episode, more monsters, and more lore to that. But this movie is a really long time, so I think they should have cut some stuff out and like organized it a bit more. There were scenes that I like we don't need. There's an entire song that gets sung in the middle of the movie. That's not a spoiler. It was kind of like it was a good song. It was good enough or whatever. But I'm like, this is pulling me out of the actual watching the movie. I'm like, this has nothing to do with it. They're sitting at a bar after a discussion. I don't need to watch this musician play for an entire song. Like I don't like it just pulled me away from the actual story that I wanted to still continue. And yeah, we as a group all felt like this is too long now. We need we need this to be shorter. And I understand that they're trying to give us like character and context of why they're acting this way. And it's a very weird movie, so I understand that they need to give a lot of feeling and detail to each individual, but it was just too long. I'm like, there must have been space to cut some stuff out, or clean an area. Um, that being said, entertainment wise, it's a thumbs up. I enjoyed watching the movie, and it was intriguing. There's just a lot of stuff that I'm like, this could have been better. This could have been shorter. This is a little bit frustrating, but you kind of have to play with the ins and outs. It's A24. They made something weird. If you like A24 and you like weird movies, you like weird stuff, you're probably going to enjoy this movie. If you're going out wanting to go see a movie that you kind of already understand what it's going to be about, and you're not there for the cinematography, acting, writing, whatever, like you're not there to go see something weird and different and off the beaten path, yeah, it's not going to be for you. But if you're looking for something a bit strange, a bit different, let's say a lot different, then this is actually going to be the perfect movie for you, especially just as a change up. You might go there and say, this movie sucked, but you might also be like, it sucked, but it was completely different. Like, it was not like your average movie. Or you might go there, because I can imagine this, and you might be like, that was my favorite movie ever. This is going to be a cult classic. Because that is also a very big possibility, especially with this style of movie. Anyways, that's my rant on seeing I Saw the TV Glow at Night, which it never did. Thanks for watching. If you like this, like, subscribe. Ciao.